Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about they will become obsessed with you on semen retention. Here's why. When you go on semen retention and you've physically taken care of yourself, you've looks maxed to the point where you've become the most attractive version of yourself. If you have a certain specific demeanor about you, women will be obsessed with you. They will be obsessed with you because you have this demeanor of a masculine man who doesn't expect anything from her, who has this chill yet strong vibe that she'll probably gravitate to. The problem a lot of guys make is they have expectancy in relationships. They expect her to do something for him. They expect her to reciprocate. This is where guys fall. If you expect her if you expect her to reciprocate energy that you're giving off, then it may not work as well. You have to have this demeanor that it's take it or leave it mentality. You're present with her, but you're not really expecting a lot from her, because if you're expecting something from her, she'll write you off. You there has to come to a point. You have to come to the realization that a lot of the relationships that you may be in, the situations that you may be with some woman, a lot of them are gonna filter out. But the bottom line is you have to have this stance in this idea in you that you're detached from the outcome. You have to be indifferent. This is how she'll become obsessed with you. Because if you have the take it or leave it mentality, you'll say anything. And this verbiage that you're saying, this carefreeness that you're displaying, is what's going to make her attracted to you. I've seen this firsthand. Guys are too attached. They put too much expectation. They're too dependent. They're too reactive to her behavior. Guys are too reactive to her behavior. They have an emotional investment in her behavior. And more oftentimes than not, what you're expecting her to do and what she actually does not work out for you. So you have to have this masculine indifference. You have to be detached. You have to be able to be seductive with your language, with your words, but still have that idea that it's a take it or all mentality, that some things just may not pan out and you're still okay with that. This is exactly how you have to be. And retention helps you with this, because if you fap recently and someone says no, you're going to care too much, because you don't have anything else left. You used all there's more psychological damage that fapping does to you than you realize. So if you go on retention, because men are usually more the happiest when they're building something, when they have things, when they're able to provide, when they're able to display themselves. But if you keep fapping, if you keep being lazy, if you keep being passive and not achieving things that you need to achieve to make you the happiest version, heartbreak is going to be double as bad. Because if someone breaks your heart, at least guys have their passions to fall back on, their self-improvement, their provisions to step back on, their passions to fall back on. But if you have not been doing any of these things and you're also heartbroken, then it's going to be a double-edged sword. This is not the best way to be. You have to have something that you are passionate about, that you're building. Your life cannot be 100% fully invested in her, because it's not going to work out. You have to have something that you're working out, some things that make you happy, things that are your own, that create your own happiness. And eventually maybe a woman comes and adds to that. But if she's your sole attachment, your sole sense of pleasure, sense of attachment, then things will not work out because she cannot be that. She has to be a complement to your life. So she'll become obsessed with you because you have something to fall back on. Your semen retention plus you building something for the future, and you being the best version of yourself, and you being detached from her behavior. This is probably where you want to be. Guys are too emotionally invested, and they're gonna get heartbroken. You just make it realize at some point in time in your life, as a man, you are going to be heartbroken. Just accept this. Just accept this. Just accept this realization. The bottom line: the guys who prosper are the guys who are already expect this and are still okay after it. But the guys who never bounce back are the ones who are so detached, who are so attached, and change their whole life just because of a certain heartbreak. So this is how you have to look at it. When you go on retention, they'll become obsessed with you because you're detached from her. You're detached. You can still play your words very well, but you're not attached whether she's going to say yes or no. If you never speak to her again, you're still fine because you're detached. You're different. You're masculine and different. You can be seductive with your words. You can say the things that she wants to hear, but you're also detached if she walks away or she doesn't. This is how you have to be. You have to be masculine and different. And the best way to be masculine and different is to have other things in your life going on. And like I said, retention will help you do these things. You'll start taking care of yourself. A lot of the things that you've always wanted to do, you'll start doing that as well too. And things are going to be a lot better for you. Women like when you have other things in your life going on, and this will be better for both parties. Definitely be better for you because you're not putting so much dependency on one thing. It'll be better for her because you're also not putting so much pressure on her as well too. You have to realize these things. And also when you go on retention, you're definitely gonna be in quote unquote in the love vibration, because if you've held enough retention in you, if you held enough semen retention in you, you're definitely your behaviors, you're gonna be psychologically thinking different. You're gonna be psychologically thinking deeper, and quote unquote be more loving in a sense. And you're gonna transmute some of this energy into someone that you may find attraction in. This is how you have to look at it. Retention is powerful. Fapping is the exact same thing as sabotaging yourself. Every time you're fapping, you're sabotaging yourself, and you're taking away from your real life. You can't have an in-depth life if you're always fapping. You have to be more intentional about living your best life. So when something comes along, you're not going to be so attached to it because you actually have other things in your life that are going on, and you're not so attached to her saying yes or no. This is the mistake guys make. What should I say here? What should I say here? The thing is, if you're asking those questions, you probably care too much. If you care too much, you're going to get heartbroken, and you're not going to recover from it. You have to stop caring as much. You have to have other things going on, because a lot of girls aren't that, whether you like it or not, they're not really that invested in you. Maybe if you've been seeing them for a while, they could be, but more often than not, they're usually not. Guys are usually more invested in women at the beginning, a lot more than women are. You have to retract. You have to pull some things back a little bit. You have to pull it back. You have to pull it back a little bit. You have to pull it back, and you have to be indifferent. You gotta be indifferent. She'll become obsessed with you because she's obsessed with your indifference. She's obsessed with, sometimes you say all the right things, and sometimes you're totally detached from her. And this is what is driving her crazy. You have to. If you have questions, like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to get from point A to point B in your dating life, actually have genuine relationships and real connections with women, make sure you book a time for a call with me down below, and we can do a one-on-one coaching. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.